Yuji Ohno, a Japanese composer and jazz pianist, born on May 30th, 1941, within the family Atami City's Hotel Onoya. Yuji is considered one of the pioneers of Japanese fusion. For those that don't know, Japanese fusion is a style of music that is heavily influenced by soul and funk, Western jazz, but with an added Japanese twist to it. Ohno is best known for his musical scores of the Japanese anime TV series Lupin III, more specifically the Castle of Cagliostro and Lupin III Part 2. He has also done other anime series such as Shingu, Secret of the Stellar Wars, Toei series 1979 Captain Future, or Capitaine Flamme in France, and 1982 series Space Adventure Cobra. He has worked on composing for live-action shows like Daitoseki, a Japanese comedy action police TV series, and Suen Kamen Machine Man, a Japanese tokusatsu television series, which we know better as a variation of Power Rangers outside of Japan, as well as his music being featured on the extremely rare high-vision laserdisc Ordinary Europe from Pioneer in 1993. In Ohno's early life, he first began his musical adventure when he was in elementary school by playing the piano, and then later on in life became self-taught in jazz in high school. While at Kiyo Senior High, he formed a musical group with classmate Isamu Akashi, a clarinetist and future NHK announcer, called the Junior Light Music. Sometime later, when attending Kiyo University, Ohno enrolled in the Light Music Society, a prestigious big band. A big band is essentially a group of 10 or more people performing jazz. During his enrollment in university, Ohno would play as the jazz pianist of the Koji Fujika Quintet, or also known as Fujika Rainbow 2. Koji Fujika was another Japanese clarinetist. This would be the only time Ohno would join a quintet, as he joined two more quintets later on in his life, one being with Takashi Shibuya, a progressive big band fusion post-bop music artist who mainly played on the piano, thanks to a recommendation from his former quintet and colleague Koji Fujika. After that, he joined up with Hideo Shiraki Quintet, which was popular in Japan in the early 1960s due to the funky boom craze for hard bop, which is a subgenre of jazz. Although Ohno's music career has far taken off by now, Ohno's recording debut began in 1966 on the record Hideo Shiraki meets Yuzo Kayama. However, after the dissolution of the quintet, Ohno decided to take a brief hiatus from playing the piano in the early 1970s and spend his time composing, working on TV shows and movies. Movies such as The Inugami Family and Pro of the Man. Fun fact, Ohno met up with Koji Ishizaka, a classmate of Ohno's throughout high school and university, during the film of The Inugami Family as Koji starred in the movie. Small world. As of recent years, Yuji Ohno, now 80 years old as of 2021, has dedicated himself to producing more Lupin III and NHK TV Small Journey music. He is involved within two trios, one of which with Czech bassist Miroslav Vitas and American drummer Lenny White, and the other being the Yuji Ohno trio with Yasushi Ichihara and Shin Kamimura, and the Yuji Ohno and Lupin III, more recently changed to Lupin VI, You&ExplosionBand. Although Yuji Ohno has recently made the new soundtrack for Lupin III Part 6, which I recommend listening to or even checking out the live version of the opening on his YouTube channel, according to a recent interview with Ohno in Japanese and translated via Google Translate, so bear with me on this one. Ohno states, "I'm out of material. I've been feeling like this for about 15 years now, because I can't do it anymore. I've survived with my professional pride. Nowadays, I don't take on any work like I used to." Especially with the current events with the pandemic, Ohno believes that he lost what made him special, his talent, due to the heavy restrictions and changes to his overall lifestyle. However, since he's been able to go back to more of his daily life for how it was pre-pandemic, he is starting to feel more like himself once again. The soundtrack for Lupin III Part 6 and the live performances he still does in Japan today is a testament of that. This was a bit difficult to make, since there is barely information about Ohno out there aside from the information I gathered through various websites, some even in Japanese. However, that's fine. We don't need to know everything about him. This was mainly done to showcase my appreciation for one of my favorite composers of all time. Yuji Ohno has walked alongside Lupin III and his crew for more than 40 years. And just like Yuji Ohno, Lupin III has stolen my heart too. Thank you, Yuji Ohno.